Hey, what's happening everyone? This is yamimash, and doesn't time fly by so fast? It is literally just coming up to 2013 right now. If I upload this right, this will be the last day of the year 2012, and it's funny how so many people thought the world was going to end a couple weeks ago. Yeah, about that. But what I'm going to talk about in this video today is my year, everything that I've gone through this year, and the strange thing is, 2012 has been a big year for me. There's been many life-changing, altering events that has happened, and I've never really gone through something I haven't gone through this much in one year before, I don't think. I think this has been the biggest year for me, and actually a very exciting year too. So I wrote down a few things in Notepad to help me remember all the stuff that has happened this year. And if you guys would like to, you could always make a vlog talking about your year too and leave it as a video response to this video, and I'll be sure to check them out. If I have time. It depends how long your years were. This could be quite a long video, I really don't know. I'll try and do this as fast as possible. So, at the beginning of the year, I was living with my mother. Still living with my mother now, but I was living in Warwick, a little town near Birmingham in the United Kingdom. I'm from the UK, in England. Warwick was a very small town, and I lived there with my mum in a nice little attached house, 2-bedroom. It was a nice little place actually. And I was also working at Domino's Pizza. Now, I don't know how many of you knew or know that I worked at Domino's Pizza, but if you go on YouTube, actually that was the most, I've never said anything so stupid in my life. If you go on YouTube, yeah, I wonder where everyone's watching this. You go on the search bar, and if you type in yamimash pizza, there should be a video of me making a pizza at Domino's, and I was pretty good actually. I was quite proud of myself. Also at the time I was still doing this YouTube thing. I had about 15,000 subscribers or so. So it was a lot, it was a bit of a small channel at the time. My videos back then mainly consisted of Gears of War, Call of Duty and Pokemon, that was it. But mostly Gears of War, that was my thing, that was my main game. Nothing like now, it's a lot different now, my channel, in terms of the variety of games I post. Also, my mom was living with a boyfriend at the time who was very, very abusive. He was just a twat. He was a fucking twat, and there was many occasions where I had to call the police, and there were fights and shit. It was pretty bad. And also, around about that time, my workmates at Domino's tried to take me to a club to get me laid, and they basically hooked me up with this girl. And don't get me wrong, she was a really good-looking girl. She was pretty. I was like, yeah, but I had a few drinks in me, and when the time came, I chickened out. I was just like, nah. And I'm glad I did. I'm so glad I did, because if I did it and I lost my virginity to that girl, because that's the reason why they took me, because they wanted me to lose my virginity, is if I lost it to that girl, I would have probably regretted it, because I would have lost it in a situation where I would have been like, I was really drunk, and it was like kind of planned. It wasn't something where I knew the girl, I got to talking to the girl, and it was like a relationship. It was literally going to be a one-night stand, and I was just like, thank God I didn't. Now I'm going to wear the beanie, representing Team Beanie, everyone. There we go, representing the bean. So that was the beginning of the year. So it wasn't the greatest time. Come May, now we're talking quite a few months down the line, I moved out of my mum's, and the reason I moved out was from January to May, there were so many arguments between her and her boyfriend. It was actually it was just a nightmare to come back home. I was actually glad working at Domino's because I didn't have to listen to those two arguing. And it was not a nice feeling, thinking that I was going to come back from work at 12 o'clock at night to either A, massive argument, or B, the place trashed up and them having a fight and him packing his bags and my mum being like punched or something, and I'm just like, fuck, gotta call the police again. This is great. So yeah, it was a really annoying time, and I moved in with my best friend Shane, who only lived about 5 minutes away, so it wasn't really far. It was quite an easy move, I guess you could say, if that's the word. And so I moved in with him, and my mom eventually ended up moving up north to Staffordshire, where I am residing, where she is residing right now. June, so next month, I quit Domino's, and it was actually quite sad. I really liked Domino's. It wasn't the greatest thing, you know, it's a minimum wage job. I was working full time for the most part, getting paid like not really that much money, and although I quite enjoyed the job, and I think I was very well respected, it wasn't the thing for me. I didn't want to be mid-20s, 30s, working at Domino's Pizza, I would have been pissed off if that's how my life went down. And you never know, you know, things happen in life. For example, if this YouTube thing explodes and dies and I have nothing, I'll probably go back to Domino's and try and like get manager status or something. That'd be my next road or goal. Or I could go to college actually. But anyway, I quit Domino's in June. In July, the Slender game was released, or the Slender games were released, and whew, I gained a big boom of subscribers from that. My popularity exploded, especially when I did that video with Shane, where, well, Shane pranked me by putting on like this white mask or something, and he jump scared me at the end of one of my videos, and I'm so glad he did, because that video got a lot of views. I think it's closing into, it's about 750,000 views right now, which is ridiculous. So that was good. That got me a lot of subscribers. And at the end of the month, at the end of July, I met my first serious girlfriend. Now, I had a couple of girlfriends before then. I had a girlfriend at secondary school. I had a girlfriend just after leaving secondary school, but they weren't really serious. I never got like emotionally invested in them that much. We never had sex. We never got to the point of having sex. I remember my second girlfriend invited me back to her place to have sex, obviously. I was so immature back then, I didn't know what I wanted, and I just said no. And I think I wasn't really that attracted to her. So when, at the end of the day, I was just like, I just want to get back home. And I said, no, I don't want to stay, I just want to go home. And then we ended up splitting up after that. And I'm glad I did, because she has 2 kids now, and she's, I think, 20. She's only recently turned 20, so that's not the path in life I wanted to go. I didn't want to have children at the age of 20. I would have been a bit sad. By a bit sad, I would have been pissed off. So I got my first serious girlfriend at the end of July, and you know, I really liked her. So July, August, September, I was in a relationship with her, and you know, I put her, that was stuttering, above everything. I really did. I devoted so much time to her. I was talking to her like 12 hours a day for the first couple of months. It was literally just 12 hours a day just talking to her. It was insane. And I'd meet her every week, and it kind of put my YouTube back a bit. I wasn't really putting as much time into what I do, and I put her above everything. So when we broke up in September, I was devastated. It really hurt me, and I won't go into detail why we broke up. I don't want to say, but I was really hurt, and I went through a period of just being very, very depressed, but I think I hid it quite well. I don't think many people knew about it, but I moved away then. I moved up to Staffordshire, where I am now, because where I was living in Warwick, it reminded me too much of her, because she came down and she came round the place I was living, and I didn't like the fact that that room reminded me of her. I didn't like the fact that my day-to-day routines reminded me of the relationship, and my room, it pissed me off. So I moved away, and I started doing driving lessons. I started going to the gym, and this is October now, and I'm still very sad, but doing the driving lessons, which I'm still doing, and going to the gym, which I've kind of stopped doing, has really it took my mind off everything. It took my mind off that relationship, and it's really helped me to improve. And it's made me physically, well, again, not really, but mentally it's made me a lot stronger, and emotionally. And December, which is this month, still doing my driving lessons. I got a driving lesson in next week actually, so that'd be pretty cool. Doing really good, by the way, doing really good. December, I met Felicity, who is my current girlfriend. She lives in America though, so it makes things a little difficult. Distance is, she's over 4,000 miles away, it's a long way, she's West Coast, so hopefully though it'll work out. She's a really good girl. I like Felicity a lot. I've only known her now for a few weeks, but so far so good. I like her a lot. I'm hoping this will last longer than my last relationship, and I'm hoping at least I get to meet her. I'm not going to be able to see her until spring break, so we got a lot of time to get to know each other. And also, I've just hit over 90,000 subscribers at the time of recording this. I think I'm at 91,000 something subscribers, which at the start of the year, like I said, I was at 15,000, and now I'm at over 90,000. So this is a really really big improvement for me. I'm really glad that I've managed to do so much in this year. Next year, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping 2013 is going to be an insane year too, and I'll be sat, not here, but I'll be sat in front of my computer or laptop doing a video talking about 2013 and going, hot damn, 2013, what a year. That's what I want to be like. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video about 2012, what an interesting year it was for me, and I hope you guys had a great year too. I hope you had an interesting year, a lot of things happened, hopefully a lot of good things happened, and thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye everyone.